Live from the breakfast table. Said nobody ever. Oh god. My tripod needs adjusted desperately. Tripod for live streaming. Got the competition stand on there. Let's see if we can Pancakes and Coffee, that's where I am at. Brought to you by... Ooh, volume's on the wrong side of the screen. Brought to you by Tennis? Brought to you by Tennis? Yeah, okay. Well, as you are. Sometimes Tennis Channels and by Harbor Freight. Which reminds me, I gotta go to Harbor Freight today at some point. I got a $15 gift card the other day. I gotta go Harbor Freight this shit up. Alright. Here we go. Well. Whoa! That's the wrong button. Live fast. Alright. Today's episode brought to you by Harbor Freight. Affordably priced Chinese goods. Yeah. We're going to use this dirty ass bowl. God, that's disgusting. I mean, it's clean. It went through the dishwasher. It's just speckled. I kind of just realized I'm not totally prepared to start this stream. I don't have any of the measuring devices out. Let's get some coffee going. Stayed up late last night watching. So I don't know why I started watching movies and I must be picking better movies. Usually movie and I fall asleep. I've been picking movies that are interesting and I just keep watching them. Staying up past my bedtime. Oh well. Like sands through an hourglass. So are the bedtimes of our life. And some half and half, hold tight. Oh man, I got some doozies this week. I got some doozies of stories this week. Smell half and half. Smells like it's still good. As long as it smells like it's still good, it's still good. I don't know what the expiration date on that thing is. Coming up. Coming up. Don't know what today is. It's still September, I think. Oh, man. I'm not organized very well. Here we go. So, God almighty, I'm going to tell you right away. It's just like the funniest shit ever. That way, if you catch the first part of the stream, you hear my great story. The world's okay, so let them play. So, I'm gonna tell a story in general terms to protect the innocent. What we say here? I need to get a measuring cup out. Sorry. We'll start the old storytelling. We'll just say this. Okay. In my parents' neighborhood, they neighbor. And I met the new neighbor, nice fella. He was walking his dog. Met his dog. That's fine. Everything's great. Seen him kind of walking the dog from the distance a couple times. Whatever. I'm not perfect friends with the neighbors or the dog, but have a general idea of where they live and what their dog generally looks like. So the other day I went to visit my parents, and I was driving around, approaching the neighborhood about, maybe a block-ish away. And around the bend, and in the middle of the road, is the new neighbor's dog just standing there in the road. It's like, dude, dog, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be on the road. You're supposed to be at home. I don't want people eating pets. Your dog's running loose, it might get eaten, right? According to the news. How much are we making here? Probably just 1 cup. That seems pretty standard. So I was like, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to grab the dog and take it to the neighbors and be the hero. Be like, hey, find a dog running around. Here's your dog. Keep it on a leash. So dog's in the middle of the road. So I pull into oncoming to the road, jump out, grab the dog. Dog's like, hey, I know you. Like, because we met. Grab the dog, throw the dog in the back seat. It's fine. I'm sitting there grabbing the dog out of the street, and like Mexicans like drive by with a bunch of insulation in the back of their truck, and they're like laughing at me, like watching me lift this dog out of the street and like stick it in my car. Because they're like, oh, that guy must be Haitian or whatever. I don't know how it works. They were definitely laughing at me. I saw that. I thought it was pretty funny. I'm thinking, if you guys only knew how fucking awesome I am and how fucking hero status shit that I'm doing. You know, I'm taking time out of my day to help a person who's new to the neighborhood. The dog's probably out exploring or whatever. Saving it from, you know, impending doom. 2/3 cup water. Hopefully, I should get this heat going, I think. A little heat there. So, dog's in the truck, or car, sorry. 2/3, where you at? Where's 2/3 at? God damn it, there you are. So where's the last place you look? 2/3. And, drive up. Neighbor's garage door's open. I'm like, oh good, the garage door's open. That usually jump out, I grab like I'm about to sneeze. Oh, hopefully I'm sneezing. I grab a ratchet strap to hook to the leash of the dog, because like I saw someone else was walking a dog, and like I didn't want to have to like have this dog. Whatever. So I got the dog. Walk up to the garage door. I was like, anybody home? And the wife, who I haven't met formally yet, wife's like, yeah. And I was like, hey, I got your dog. She goes, oh, yeah, no, that's not my dog. And I go, what do you mean? She's like, no, that's not my dog. I got one just like it, though. It's inside. And I was like, are you being serious? She's like, yeah, no, that's not my dog. And I'm like, oh, shit. I just stole someone's dog. I was like, my brain was broken for like, I don't know how long it took me to recover. I was just like, are you being serious right now? Like, this is not your dog. Like, I swear this is your dog. Like, it was in the road. I'm doing you a favor. I'm bringing your dog back to you. And she's like, no. I was like, does it have a collar? And I was like, yeah, no, it's got a collar. She's like, well, call. I was like, yeah, no, I'm probably going to do that. The reason I didn't check the collar and call the number originally is because there was no need to, because I know where the dog lives. I'm going there anyway, so I'm just dropping the dog off. I call the number, nobody answers. The dog's collar is a town that's not the town that I'm in the area, but it's not like, oh, the dog, like according to the collar, the dog is extremely, extremely lost. Like take 2 days to get some mail there because it's got to go someplace else. Anyways, I'm like, what am I going to do with the dog now? Like, now I have a dog. And at that particular moment of the day, I wasn't really looking to have a dog. I was looking to do a nice thing and help somebody out, maybe, and then go about my day again. So kind of, I was like, oh, Christ, what am I gonna do with the dog? Like, I'm not gonna call the pound a dog, because that's bullshit. Like, I've wrestled some dogs before, wrangled them up, kept them hostage until their owner came and fixed them up or whatever. So like, I call the number again, and this lady like kind of answers, kind of like angrily, and I was like, "Oh hey, I found your dog in the street, and I thought it was somebody else's dog, and tried to drop it off at their house, and they told me it's not their dog, so I think it's your dog since your telephone number's on here. Like, where are you?" And she was kind of like, "I'm at home," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, perfect. Where's your home?" Like, God, lady. And she kind of explained it to me. I was like, oh, I'm just up the hill from you. And she's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know exactly where your house was. Like, I mean, like, you told me the address, but I don't know the address is exactly perfect on that street. It's a different street. And I don't have the colors of the, like, she told me the color of the house, name of the address. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I could probably figure it out. But yeah, it was in the street. I screamed. I'm like, you know, 2 blocks away. You want to come get him? She's like, can you just bring him back? And I'm like, oh, fucking Christ. Yeah, no, I'll bring your dog back. So I brought the dog back. Turns out, I stole that dog directly from in front of its house. 100% right in front of its house. the street. I didn't take it out of the yard. No, I didn't take it out of the yard because I had to pull on the wrong side of the road, which was the opposite side of the road. So I didn't run it over. Which I guess technically makes it kind of, it was like maybe when I pulled on that side of the road because I was going to have to shove the dog on that side of the car, actually. Other side of the car was full of tools. It's kind of funny. It's been a while since I stole a dog. Fucked Up Party was a great dog. And I assumed its owner was kind of a bag of shit. I had to guess because when I answered the door, the lady was like 90% asleep still. Like I woke her up. So like basically what had happened is the dog wandered out. She just opened the door. It's like, dog, go. Just go. And, they just moved in. She's another new neighbor, I guess. Just moved in. So like no fence, no leash, no nothing. Just like, dog, you'll be fine. That could happen, you know? But about 100 yards from where she was living was a 2-lane divided 65-mile-an-hour highway. But there was a ditch. So, like, the dog would never go that way. The dog wouldn't walk like 100 or maybe 150 yards. A dog would never go 150 yards away from its house, a ditch, and then onto the highway and get fucking ran over. That would never happen, so. Old Elveshelves out stealing dogs. Yep, that's what I do. Fuck. That was crazy. Which reminds me of a dude I used to, well, I mean, I still play video games. Unfortunately, I think I'm having health problems, but he stole a dog. He straight up stole a dog. Well, an abandoned dog. He was like someplace and a person abandoned their dog, and the dog was living wild for like a while, and then he went back and stole it. So it's like my dog now. He tried to tell a story about how he tried to give it back to somebody, and we were like, dude, you just stole a dog, didn't you? And he's like, yep. My dog now. I was like, okay. Whatever. Sometimes dogs get stolen. Yeah, I told that story with my buddies. Like everybody started laughing. Started accusing me of being a Haitian. All sorts of crazy shit. I didn't even think about that. Someone's like, you're gonna get arrested. And I'm like, I'm not getting arrested. Like you stole that dog. I was like, you can't get arrested for a dog from the street. Like dogs in the street are free. Like you can't. That's not stealing. Trust me, I know, because I convinced myself that. Now, if you go into someone's yard, you're probably stealing a dog. I wonder if those people, like a security camera, they reviewed the footage of me and the shock on my face when they told me it wasn't their dog. Because like I was just like, I mean, grass is green, sky's blue, water's wet. That's the neighbor's dog. Like I knew it. Like it's like, oh hey buddy. Like the dog was like, oh hey buddy. He knew me, I knew him. And then later that day, the neighbor that I thought owned the dog, he came over with his dog, and I was, hey, I saved your dog today, and he just laughed. He's like, no, you didn't. And I was like, yeah, I know, but like I swear to God, your dog. He thought it was the funniest shit ever. Hey, that dog you got there, that's I saved your dog by saving a dog that looks just like it. Like that's how my logic works. I mean, I don't know how your logic works. How mine works. Here we go. How do we segue from that into something else? Segue to traffic. Traffic week. I swear to God, they killed 2 people in my hometown this week. Like killed them dead, just dead. Traffic death. One of them was. Now I wasn't witnessing any of this shit. I just heard about it all. You know, like one was like divided highway, 65 mile an hour, people drive the road like a bunch of dipshits nonstop, just like the most insane shit. I think a lady tried to like go across the 2 lanes to get on the other side, just got fucking smoked by an 18-wheeler hauling hay bales, but kill ass. That was nuts. We heard the sirens going off and everything, and then like the skid marks are like across the 1 lane, through the ditch onto the other. Someone said they saw the aftermath, and the 18-wheeler was like on top of the fucking thing, like just fucking smashed. And it's just like, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. People are just. I think I know what it is. I think people are having like problems from like previous shit fucking whatever. Like I don't want to get banned off YouTube for saying shit. I can definitely tell you, traffic has gotten worse since the old global epidemic. I can promise you that. Like, people's focus is not there anymore. They got something, their brains ain't focusing correctly. Anywho's, something potentially related, maybe not, I don't know. Another guy had a medical emergency, apparently, going down the interstate. Had a passenger, I believe, in the car. Like, probably just stroked out or fucking heart attacked out. I don't know what the popular way to die now is. I think it's either your myocarditis kicks in and you have a heart, fucking blood clots fucking release and you have a fucking stroke. Anyways, dead, fucking in, boom, into the fucking river. Woo! Like the big boy river. And then, like, I guess the passenger got out, but the dude rode the fucking truck all the way to the bottom of the river. They had boats out looking for that. Yeah, that happened. Stay safe, kids. Learn how to swim. You never know when the person driving your fucking car is gonna fucking die and go into the river. I mean, be prepared to grab the wheel, I guess. I wonder if the auto cars would like stop you from going to the river. That'd be kind of fucking crazy. Lane assist, would that help you? I have no idea how anything works anymore. Let's cook a pancake. We got a little frizzle sizzle going there. A little sizzling. I'm not doing extra pancakes today because I always feel like with pancakes, I'll eat those later and then I throw them in the trash. That's how later works. Ooh, a spatula would be nice. Oh man, then like during the week I'm driving through like a construction zone, right? Just like me minding my business, driving the speed limit. I'm not impeding traffic or anything. Just doing what I do, and like out of nowhere, I look in my mirror and I see a car closing the gap on me. I'm in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. I bet that car was going 90 miles an hour. It was coming at me so fucking hard, and like fucking, there was a vehicle in front of me. There was nowhere for me to go, and I'm like, my choices were swerving to oncoming traffic, or swerving to like, because it was a 2-lane road, but one lane was closed because of construction, or swerving to the construction zone, which like that's someone's dying there if you go into the construction zone, or like drive to the back of the fucking car, or just I'm pumping my brakes. I'm fucking everything I can. Last second, the dude just throws his brakes on. You can see his car nosedive, and like he just comes flying up and misses me by a couple feet. Almost drove right in the back of me. And I'm like, what in the fuck? Dude was on his phone, speeding in the construction zone, and almost drove right into me. And like, kind of backs off, and then like we're driving along, and like there's a dude in a dually, a big dually truck. He's like in the left lane or whatever. Like I go to get on the interstate, the guy does the same thing. He comes flying up at me on the like because he kind of backed off in the merge. He comes flying up on me again. And like I'm merging. There's traffic. There's like I have my lane and I can maybe get into my lane, and that's all. There's nowhere else for me to go except for like the ditch or the fucking curb, whatever shoulder. This dude almost drives right back into the back of me again. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy's like? And he backs off again, and then like this, we're driving along, and there's this dually pickup truck in front of me. And the guy comes flying around me in the left lane. Like, he almost drove into that dually. Like, at the last second, he throws his brakes on and swerves and misses the dude. It's like, dude, how many, like, don't be on your phone, right? Everybody knows that. But, like, I guess somehow people sometimes are like, oh, I got to be on my phone because, YouTube shorts are just too good. I got to watch one more. I really don't know why people are doing it. Like, selfish assholes, I guess, or they think it's like, oh, this is this one time or whatever. You got on your phone one time, you did one thing stupid, you weren't. But like, if you almost like crash into something, you had to throw your brakes on. Don't you be like, okay, yep, let me adjust my fucking my situation here because I almost just crashed. Let me put my phone on. This guy was like, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was watching porn videos. He was not gonna stop being on. Like he was just like, I'm just gonna. And I don't want to. I already said guy, so I already told you the gender. We'll just say this. He may have been the kind of guy that in his oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble. His relatives maybe eat pets and where they're from. I guess I don't know where the guy was from, but like. His ancestry was probably such that they maybe serve pets for dinner. I have no idea, but like, God, get off the fucking phone, dude. You can't almost crash like 5 fucking times in like 4 fucking minutes and stay on your goddamn, dude. Like there has to be some sort of a fucking mechanism in your brain that kicks in. Oh, sorry, I'm filming the wrong shit over here. Retards fucking crashing into me. Oh, probably can't say that word. Well, it was a medical diagnosis. He probably was. Somehow, he probably stole the car from the mental institution. Whatever. Just. Whatever. Oh, this is crazy. That's not all my traffic stories this week. You know, like when you're a kid and you're riding your bicycle with your buddies when you're like 12. Remember when you were 12 riding your bicycle? It was fun to like go like down a hill kind of fast and then like swerve back and forth. Remember how fun that was? I was driving down the road the other day and I see this piece of shit Chevy square body flying up the road way over the speed limit, swerving like he's on a bicycle at 12 years old. And then I look behind that car, and the car behind him's doing the exact same goddamn thing. The car behind him's doing the exact... It's all these old, rusty, shitty cars. It's a bunch of like high school kids who just got their driver's license out swerving around like they're on their bicycles in fucking traffic. Like when I first saw the dude, I prepared to like make an evasive maneuver to like leave the road because I do, and he's all over the road just swerving like a maniac. Like I'm talking across the yellow line, across into the fucking shoulder, just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Like, let's see if I can break a ball joint or something. I don't know, dude. And then like behind him's doing the same thing, and the car behind him's doing the same thing. And they're like pedal to the full acceleration because like their cars were shitty. They didn't go very fast, but like. It's like, dude, what is happening? Like, is it turning into Mad Max? Is the whole world turning into Mad Max? Is that what's going on? I feel like that's what's going on. I feel like we're Mad Maxing the fuck out of everything right now. God almighty. Whatever. I think there was some other shit I was supposed to talk about. But those are like the highlight moments. But then that dude on the phone, I thought I was done. I was like, he's hitting me. Fuck, he's hitting me. And I saw him coming from, like, I saw him coming from so far away, dude. I was pumping my brakes, like, brakes, pumping my brakes, like, brakes. Like, look up, you stupid motherfucker. You have to see me here. I am in the fucking road, brakes. And he just kept going. And I swear, dude, he just barely got his car stopped, too. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm not a violent person, but man, I felt some violent fucking feelings. Like, the only thing I can come up with is like, I don't know. People they're not getting pulled over enough. Yeah. Man, yeah, good luck to everybody. I just don't know what to say. Like, I can't remember even told this fucking story. So, like, all right, don't be on your phone. Gotcha. I was driving down the road the other day, and there was, like, this fucking SUV that probably cost more than most people's houses. And, like, out of nowhere, the SUV just, like, throws its brakes on, right? Just brakes and just yanks the wheel. What? And then, like, is on the curb. Like, just off the road. In this, like, weird, panicky fucking pullover maneuver where it was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, that's better. We'll reserve some of that. I don't know what I was like. I'm on fucking tangent fucking screaming spree right now or whatever the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, my stream is up behind. That's fucking crazy. Like, I'm eating pancakes here, and over there I'm flipping fucking pancakes. And, like, I drive by, like, I blaze my horn because, like, this maneuver was, like, such that, like, I don't have a problem with someone pulling the road, but, like, if I gotta fucking be like, oh, shit! Like, you're doing it wrong, dude. You can't just... People behind you can't be like, oh, my God, what's happening? When you, like, go to do a thing like that. You put your turn signal on, you slowly pull over. Like, you don't just, like, slam brakes. And... Well, I drive by, and it was a person who there's no fucking possible way that could have, by their own means of working a job, ever entire life savings ever saved enough to buy that car. So it was like the child of a rich person, right? A young girl. And by then I'm already on the horn honking like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, you can't just put your brakes on and just fucking try to crash me. Well, I thought about it. Her phone went off, and I'm sure her parents taught her, do not drive on your phone, pull over. Which, kudos for teaching your daughter to pull over. But you got to explain to them, you can't just throw the fucking brakes on and yank to the side of the road in a panic maneuver because your fucking Instagram went off or whatever. Ah, just like, what the fuck, dude? God almighty. Whatever. It's just like, holy shit. It's just bonkers, dude. It's just bonkers. Got another guy, no taillights. It's just like, whatever. It's just nothing but good times. I mean, I feel like this here is going to be like, they're going to start giving these cups away as like actual like fucking praise. Like, can you just be the okayest? Like, God, oh, that Smith over there, he's the okayest. Well, fuck, fucking overachiever, brown noser. You're trying to be okay. Like, I don't even know. Like, they say they set the bar too high, but I don't even know if we have a bar anymore. I really don't even know if the bar exists. I feel like they just got rid of the bar. They're just like, whatever. Whatever. There ain't no bar. It's just fucking... Oh, God. What are we going to talk about next? I'm going to talk about my new hobby. My new side-by-side hobby. My new, we can call that the money pit. Whatever. That shit's so crazy. Thing's fun as hell. I got some trails going in the backyard. Yeah. Got like a... So far I got like a figure 8 and then like a D. Like half the trails are open. I've had to cut some trees down. Or not cut trees, remove some trees. The old trail was big enough for the smaller machines, and there were some old dead trees that I could squeeze by, but this machine I got now is so much bigger, I had to take some trees out. So I did that. That's cool. And doing my upgrades, sticking my mods on it. Problem I've got going is like I have free time in the evening, so like look it up. I keep finding cool shit I have to have. You know, like there's things in life where you could go either way, but there's things that you have to have them. Like everything I see, I have to have. My latest have to have is I found out that someone designed like must be an inject molded. Anyways, it's a plastic tub, if you will, that's shaped exactly as you would shape an object to use all the available space under the front hood for storage. And it's like, I have to have that. Like, I gotta have that. I don't even know if the oxygen in my lungs is gonna work to keep my organs operating if I don't have that thing. Is how I feel. But unfortunately, you know, like everything else that has an association with the side-by-side concept, it's a bajillion dollars, you know, like, whatever. But I feel like I have to have it. Have to have it. Have to. Whatever. Big shout out. Sorry, I forgot to do that in the beginning. Big shout out to my subscriber who sent me the world's most fucking fancy goddamn carburetor. Holy shit, that thing's nuts. And if any of your subscribers are feeling you want to get on the pity party or whatever on the Talon build, and you want to donate your services slash pocketbooks, you just send me an email and I'll gladly accept. I have a couple subscribers that, we'll just say, chose to remain anonymous, that have done some nice things, and I appreciate that. And if you don't know who they are, that's too bad. And if you think you might be one of them, you probably are. So, shout out to you. But yeah, that garage door thing is like, not totally sure that'd be a thing that I would purchase. I mean, maybe. It is pretty cool. It's just, I gotta blow my nose. For me, it's like, I like nice, cool shit, for sure, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely a fan of awesome shit. But like on the Mule, I have a garage door operator currently, which consists of, I don't think I'm running the I don't think I'm running the operator that came with my doors. I think I bought some garage door operator, the 50-cent store, right, if you will. So the Mule's garage door operator, I think I got 50 cents in the operator and, you know, about 6 cents worth of zip tie, for the grand total of 56 cents for that one. And, you know, you push the button, the door opens, whatever. And that one that I've got in my Talon right now, depending on where you buy it, like, these things I've ever seen in my life. This is a true story, and, you know, I don't know what to say about anything. I guess if you, yeah. All I can say is shop around, kids. So, like, if you go to, like, the Polaris website, right? Polaris are the ones that make the, well, they make planes, you know. Like, I'm not a big fan of Polaris, but, you know, whatever. No big deal. To each their own. But if you go to the Polaris website, you buy the exact same thing, like an extra, like, I don't know, $50 for the goddamn thing just because you're on the Polaris website. What Polaris figured out is people who buy Polaris are fucking, I don't know what the word for that is. Put it on my tab? I really don't know. Because, like, all you have to do is just type it into a search bar and you can find it not on Polaris websites for, like, literally $50 less. Like, just like, what are you doing, Polaris? And I've them, you know, like. I can see easy, because I'm kind of suffering through it myself right now. Turn this down for a second. I can see easily a person going in to, like, a Polaris dealer and be like, yo, I'm in. I want one of these. And discussing terms on a loan. And just going, fuck it. Like some more shit. Just put it on my tab and we'll just fucking, yeah, I can see that happening. I bet that's how, like, 90% of the shit gets done. Stream's so goddamn delayed. In the stream, it just showed the fucking coffee cup. Like, let me reboot this fucking thing. That's crazy. Talk about the okayest employee right now? Like, that doesn't even make sense. I'm in the future, dude. Future? Spinny Wheel of Doom? Whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. Think about ordering that tub. God almighty. I keep telling myself, no, stop doing it. Wait till Black Friday, dude. Wait till Cyber Monday. That's what I keep telling myself. I just, dude, you don't need it. You don't need the plastic tub, dude. But I'm like, here's my problem. Soon or shortly, I'm gonna start having to, like, make decisions about where to mount shit in that compartment. Like, I got solenoids and I got all this shit I have to do. And I made this mistake on my Mule where, like, oh, I got a Mule, I got a winch, I gotta mount a solenoid. Where am I gonna mount this solenoid, do all this wiring? And I'm like, right here's easy. Here's a spot I can screw it. And I screwed it right where it was easy. And then like time went by and I was like, oh dude, they make an underseat storage where like this tub drops in, except for that's exactly where I put my solenoid. Installed my solenoid, I did it in such a way where I did a perfect install and I can't relocate it without changing the wire. So therefore it's there forever. So because I did that solenoid install, I can't do the tub. See how that works? So I've been through this process and I've learned my lesson that like, if you think you're going to do the tub, you got to do the tub first, because if you all shit in the wrong spot, the tub don't go in. Oh, so brutal. Brutal. Like I'm 360% convinced I have to have that tub. Because there's just not enough storage. There's just not enough to put shit. And that's a great place to put shit. Like it's like 15 inches deep by like 7 by whatever. Like you can stuff, you put all your recovery shit in there. Whatever. Oh God. Whatever. Just like, I'll take another one. I'll take one of those. One of these. One of those. One of these. One of those. I was trying to stick to like the fucking, you know, what do you have to have in order to fucking be able to use the machine? So like, yeah, I gotta have that. So like, well, today's video was the bumper, you know. Well, I'll tell you the story on that. I don't really need the bumper, like, but I wanted the receiver. I gotta have the receiver because I got shit that goes in my receiver. So I was like, doing a receiver, gotta have a receiver. Research on Talon receivers, and it was like, every dog makes a fucking bolt-on receiver. Like, yeah, fucking awesome. I'll just get like one that looks like it's pretty good. And then I was like, huh, someday I might want to bump. Like, can you do both? And like I started looking at it, and like there's all this like not compatible with bumper, not compatible with receiver. Like you can do one or the other. It's like, what? No, that doesn't make sense. I'm probably gonna want the receiver and the bumper. And so like I started looking into it. It's like, no, you can't have the bolt-on you know, too expensive already. And then you can't bolt a too expensive bumper on that. Sorry. Except for like, I found one company. They designed it all to be like separate. You can do one then the other. Or you can buy an all-in-one where it's the bumper with the receiver. When I was looking at the all-in-ones, the geometry of how they put the receiver, it shows the receiver really far back. Which, you know, for some applications could be fantastic, and for other applications not so great, you know. Do a lot of trailer moving, the one that's set back would probably be more advantageous, I guess. I don't know. But like, I don't want my receiver hanging back. I want it like tucked under so I can put like a D-shackle or a tiger tail or whatever the fuck I want underneath, or a hook. So I figured it out. I was like, well, Super ATV, you can combine them. So I was like, well, I'll just do the bumper, or else I'll do the receiver now, and then like I'll just do the Super ATV bumper like in the future, whatever. And I watched like the instructional video of how to like install this shit. And it's like, oh, you gotta take your fucking trailing arms off and all this crazy shit you have to do. And it's like, you have to do that to put the receiver on. And then if you get the bumper, you have to undo all that again and put the bumper on. It's like, dude, how many times am I gonna take this fucking thing apart? And then like, it just happened to be like, I don't know how long the sale had been going for. Like the week-ish, essentially, that I bought my machine, Super ATV was ending their 20th anniversary sale. 20% off everything on 20% off. So I ordered the receiver and I was like, fuck it, that's a good deal on a receiver. I'll just do that. So they're thinking about it. I was like, I wonder when the next time the prices of anything on the planet Earth are going to be what they're now, because everything's getting fucking even more expensive. And then when is the next time it's going to be 20% off, right? So like the next day I said, fuck it, I ordered the bumper. I was like, dude, just do it. That's why I got the fucking bumper and the receiver. I just like, holy Christ. Holy Christ. And then like some other amazing decisions I've made that are not going to be able to be shown for way too long. Like, oh God. So unlike the things that I normally do, where I feel like I'm always like very budget friendly and price conscious and all that, I feel like my talent is starting not to turn into like a budget build, like, hey, look at the budget. I think it's just turning into like, hey, what's the coolest shit you could put on a Talon fucking full size? Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I feel like that's what it's turning into. Just like, And I don't know, do I blame the garage door operator's fault? Once I got that thing, I was like, oh, I'm just going to go full premium. Everything premium. I don't give a shit. I'm just joking. I'm not doing that. Just kidding. Ha! LOL. Oh, God. I spent like, I don't know, 4 hours, 5 hours yesterday fucking around, chopping on my fucking ATV, my machine, bolting shit on. But my big problem now is like, how close can you mount something to an exhaust muffler? I mean, I know everybody loves spoilers, but so, okay. You got to realize the videos are not based in real time. Like, this live stream is because it's live. Like, this is happening real. Slight delay. The posts are always like shit that's happened in the past. So, like, as of right now, the Talon has the bumper and the receiver installed. Well, I bought a Tiger Tail for my ATV. It never worked out because my four-wheeler has a straight axle. It doesn't have the independent rear. So when you put something in the receiver and you compress the suspension, the receiver's on the axle basically, and when you compress the suspension, the body and the axle, they actually move up and down closer to each other. Whereas the independent suspension and you put the receiver on, the receiver is attached to the frame, which is attached to like the upper section, and only your wheels go up and down. So when I bought the Tiger Tail, I stuck under it fits, but as soon as you compress the suspension, it interferes. It's like, oh fuck, I didn't even think about that. But I got like, when I bought that thing, it was one of them deals where like I worked, like, I don't know, I have the ability to work by magic and get a good deal on almost everything. See, if it's not a good deal, I'm not buying it. That's how you do that. If you want to know how to get a good deal on something, just refuse to buy shit that's not a good deal. So there you go. So when I bought that thing, I got a good deal on it. So yay, just like fuck it, I'll keep it because I told myself someday I'd get a side by side sport. It's like I've been planning this for years, and you know, that day's here. It's like, well, it's that thing. Fuck, let's get it set up on the old. Let's get it set up. So I've got it set up pretty good. Like I had to basically completely disassemble everything on the mount and reconfigure it all because it was all wrong. And I've got it like this far from the muffler, like a hand's width away. And is that too close? Like, and of course you can't go on the website and be like, oh, installation parameters, how close to a muffler is considered acceptable. You know, their website is like, keep away from heat sources and don't let the sunlight hit it. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, what is a heat source? The sun? Is the sun the heat source, or is it my muffler, or is it a flamethrower? Like, how close to this heat source is, like, don't get it too close. Like, too close. Is that a standard measurement or a metric measurement? Like, how too close? Bunch of fucking bullshit. And I was like, well, I'll just go to the forums, dude. Someone sorted this out, right? Go to the forums, you find on the forums. How close can I set this to a muffler? Crickets. The only response you can get is, I set it too close to the muffler and it melted. Yep, that's where we're at. People want to know, and I set it too close. And then one guy, his right, yeah, I got the thing, stuck it on there. Said, fuck it. Took it out for the day. Came home, it was melted. And he's like, what the fuck? It melted his rope, is what it was. He had the synthetic rope, it melted his rope. And he called him up, he's like, yo, my rope melted. Like, oh, you had too close to your muffler. He's like, yeah, but there says how close I could, there's no instructions. Like, I bought your product, you sent what you sent to me, I would follow what you send, but you didn't send anything, there was no instructions. And like, oh yeah, we gave you instructions. Like, no you didn't. And there are no instructions about distance. And they're like, sorry, we can't warranty that for you on this, like, I mean, I don't know if you ever shop Tiger Tail. You can buy a few fancy garage door operators for the cost of fucking Tiger Tail. Like, they're not cheap. They're fucking expensive. Like, when you buy a Tiger Tail, what you're paying for is convenience. You're paying for an auto-retracting yank fucking rope that you don't have to get your hands dirty. That's what you're paying for. It's not like, oh, that's an amazing thing. That rope costs this much and that metal cost. It's like, no, that's a quarter of the cost. It's like, rope plus metal plus convenience equals final cost. Anyways, we're going to basically kiss their ass and they weren't going to do shit. And he's like, oh, well, I bought it through Amazon, so fuck you. He just returned it to Amazon and said, defective. Like, I installed it, it was defective. He just melted the goddamn thing and sent it back. Like, screw you people. Like, holy shit. What's crazy is that Tiger Tail was invented just up the road from me, like, in the region. That's kind of crazy. And I don't know why. I assume what they're, you know, for them, it's probably like, we're not going to tell you a number, because if we tell you the number and then you do it and your shit melts, you're going to be like, hey, you said 3 inches and I went 3 inches, but I got, you know, super aftermarket doing it. Look at my cabinets. Weirdo. So yeah, I got to figure it out. I'm like, I don't know how to describe. It's like muffler. Let's see, good profile. Muffler. So that'd be directly underneath my muffler. I'm gonna tell you. So right now I'm forward and down. I'd like to go underneath more and maybe lower. So the receiver I've got, it's got a limiter on it. There's a limiter plate on the back. So when you shove your 2-inch receiver in, or your hitch into it, because their differential or whatever the fuck it is there, they don't want you like fucking hammering on that, so they put a plate along there. So my Tiger Tail's got 3 hitch pin locations, and right now I can only use the first hitch pin location, which makes it hang out the, because if I shove it in, try to get to the second hitch pin location, I'm coming up like a 1/4 inch short of that actually engaging. And like I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do right now. I don't know if I should trim it or if I should leave it, because I could, you know, you got your hitch pins, got about, I don't know, like between pins, and I got this huge chunk of steel on the end, which I assume is probably there for a reason. I mean, it's probably important. I don't know. I think fucking rattles crazy too. I do have one of those horseshoe steel plate, tightens up your thing. I've got one of those. I just don't know what happens if, like, if you want to take your thing out, but you got it all bolted together, like, I just, first world problems. Oh, I feel in the ceiling so much. Oh, because my dirty dishes pile is the size of Mount St. Helens. Whatever. So that's what I'm going to probably do here in a little bit. Go out and I'm going to wrench on the old Talon. Because even though I said only the necessary things that you got to have right away, and then wait for Black Friday or whatever. I was on eBay, and oh god, I don't even know why I did it, but like, I saw a company selling the fucking tree kickers that just look exactly like Super ATV clones. You know, it's just a picture, so like it's exact. You know, like, but they were so cheap, like a gallon or an F-150 full of gas. That's what it was. The same that like fill my truck with gasoline or get tree kickers for my Talon, or you know, buy the name brand ones, and that's like five truckloads of gas. I have no idea. I mean, honest to Christ, if these tree kickers work out, I mean, I think all it is like, how would that be? I know Super ATV is all made in China, so it must be the dude who's got the contract to make Super ATVs Nerf bars. Was just kind of like, 5 o'clock, let's close the shop, and then like we're closed, and then like 5:05, we're reopening, and we're just gonna crank out. I don't know if it's got thinner steel. I don't know what the coating. I'll find out. I mean, we'll find out. The box is in my garage right now. I gotta do an unboxing video, and then I'm fucking trying to throw those things on. I have no idea. It may be a disaster. If they don't work out, I guess I won't be homeless. But that was one that I was like, I was not gonna do. But I'm just like sitting there at night. I'm like, what? Like click. I'm trying to think. Oh, I have another. God Almighty. So, I mean, I feel like the channel's just going to turn into me talking about Talon nonstop. That's fine because that's what I'm doing right now. So the Honda Talon has a propensity to suck dirt in to the air box, to which there is a fantastic air filter that stops the dirt from going into your engine. Very over-the-top design, very large air box. The one downfall is that the air filters are like, they're big. The car air filter's like that big. They kind of cost a lot. They're expensive. And you generally, those kind of machines get drove in like dirty conditions. So like, a lot of people were complaining that the cost of upkeep was more than these $50 air filters like every 600 miles, you know? Like, people were like, that's crazy. So people started to come up with solutions. Like, how can I lower my air filter replacement costs? The least expensive ways to do it is like you open your air box up, take your filter out, then you put an air filter on the tube that comes in the air box because there's enough room down there. Like essentially a pre-filter. It's a reverse pre-filter. So like if this is like a regular round air filter, it goes on like the air sucking around here and going into your carburetor, whether it's in a pipe or whatever. The way this is going to work is the air is going to go on this side and then blow out through. So it's going to filter from the inside. It doesn't matter. It works the same. It's an oiled one. You can wash it. $22, whatever. No big deal. Pretty cheap. One of the things that people complain about is like getting these air boxes is like extraordinarily. Yes. It's like 11 clips around the outside. You have to pull the cover off. The gasket must remain exactly perfect on the outside. There's another gasket on the inside. So you have two gaskets. If they get misaligned and you put it on, the whole thing gets fucked up. Then once you're in, you have to unscrew the air filter because it's actually screwed on. Like people have had problems like screws fall down the air intake and it gets inside the fucking beginning of your motor, like whatever. Like put rags there, kids. Anyways, the normal thing would be like drive, so many miles, check air filter D, buy $50 filter, tear it all apart, put the $50 air filter in, drive. So what my plan is drive. Filter, pull air filter out, air filter clean pre-filter, wash, dry, reinstall, don't pay $50, yay, celebrate. That's my move. So people are like, that's too much work. They want to not have to open and close as much. So they'll do like a snorkel and put the filter up top on the snorkel, which I may do, but like once again, the snorkels are like $200 for a fucking aluminum pipe, you know, like that's bent just perfect. The perfect bent aluminum pipe's like $200. Or you can get a particle separator, which there's a really cool one that runs on fan. Like it makes there's like all these little mini cyclones like they use in woodworking shops where like the cyclone drops the heavy particles out. Well, they made this, that's what it is. It's like all these cyclones, pulls the dirt in, they cyclone the dirt, drops the dirt out, it shoots out the back and clean air in. Yeah, $500 fucking for that thing. It's like, Jesus Christ, plus you have a fan. So anyways, I was like, well, budget Elveshelves, let's just do the $25 option. I can unscrew shit for now for $25. I'm on eBay. Typing it up, got the thing, found the deal, got the coupon, got the discount, whatever. And it lists your ways to pay. Like this that you've done in the past, your PayPal, your whatever the fuck, blah, Apple Pay, all that shit. I think I've been using PayPal, but for some reason PayPal, like, I don't know, they did something that I'm like, I don't know about PayPal anymore. Like, maybe PayPal, I'm not anti-PayPal, but I feel like PayPal needs to, you know, take a look at what they're doing and maybe just fucking be PayPal. Anyways, so I was like, fuck, I'm just going to use my credit card. And I go to like it had defaulted to that credit card, but like that number was no longer existing. It was like it had been someone had like stole the card or whatever, some fraud or some shit. So my credit card they reissued me, or they do it every once in a while. Like, yeah, you've had that number forever. We're gonna get you a new number because fuck it. So I'm looking at that number and I have a little bit of ability to like know what's going on around me. I'm like, that's not a current number. I know it's not. Let me grab my wallet real quick and I'll grab my new card. So I'm sitting in a chair, my recliner. Laptop's on my lap. I bend forward to grab my wallet, right? Grab the wallet. I bend back up, and the screen says, "Thank you for your purchase." Well, apparently my big fat gut leaned on the keyboard clickety-clack mouse button just hard enough where it was like, order, like buy. All the clicks have been clacked, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's not even a real credit card. Like, that never does this. How the fuck did it work? Like, shouldn't it have been like, meh, like, like type a number wrong on your credit card to see if it works. It's always like, meh, meh, you know, like try again, retard, right? Like, oh god. So I'm like, well, this is going to be a shit show because I kind of want that thing, and now I've just purchased it with a credit card that doesn't exist. Let me see. Let's scroll. Oh, cancel order. Cancel order. Beep boop 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 boop. It's sorry, unable to cancel order. It's too soon. Like it's too soon to cancel. Like what? Like I can't order something and say, oops, I fucked up, and it's instant fucking like there's in like a window there. There's in like a 30-second like, oh dude, your kid bumped the thing or you're fat or whatever the hell it is. There isn't an auto. Give me a redo. No, too soon. It's too soon to change your mind on the decisions that you made that were fucking the wrong decisions. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I'm just sitting there keep clicking like, after like 5 minutes, it's like, oh, why do you want to cancel? And I'm like, I typed a little thing. I was like, dude, that credit doesn't even exist. I like bent over to get it from the new number. Like, I'm just gonna reorder with the right thing. Please don't send me two. I just wrote that thing. It took like a day before it's all like, oh my dude, fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Whatever. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to work on this. I think I'm going to have to pull the cross track out because I got to be on the ground trying to work on this thing. Oh, God. Probably pull the truck and the cross work in the cross track, and then I can have all the shit sitting. I got too much stuff on the floor. I got wood. I got to cut that wood up. And I got metal on the floor for a project I never built. I need to fucking do something with that. Whatever. 58 minutes. I'm gonna go 2 more minutes and I'm leaving. I'm leaving to go out in the garage and fucking chop on my talon. That's what I love. Everything I'm doing, I have to cut stuff. I love it. Oh, I made a video of this. So the bumper comes and it's like, oh, you got to cut shield out. They give you a little measurements. Well, actually, they don't give it to you. You just have to figure it out. But the internet, there's instructions on the internet. Measure 60 centimeters over, or no, 120 centimeters over, then a 60 centimeter by 60 centimeter square, 120 over, 60 by 60. I kind of like measured it out, put 2 marks, and I'm like, let me see how this thing actually fits up. So I get the bumper out, kind of set it where it goes, push it up there. The right side was like, yeah, that would have gone in, but it was like shoved. I would have had like a 16th gap on one side and like a fat quarter on the other, because like it's kind of an oversized cut, so like, I guess because tolerances. The other side, if I'd cut where they do, I would have had to have recut, and I would have had a gap of almost a ½ inch on one side. I've been fuming pissed. So like I set that thing up there, trying to figure it out, and like kind of made some other takes. So like when it came time to cutting, I reset everything. One I moved like over a ¼ inch over, and the other one I moved an 1/8. And when it was all done, it was pretty well centered, like a gap around it, like. I kind of knew, like, when they're giving me the instructions to cut shield, I'm thinking, man, I should cut this thing smaller, so it's the way I want it. Like, I don't want the heat shield to actually touch anything and like give me a vibration, but I don't want a giant gap. So what I was gonna do is like, take the heat shield off and then cut it smaller and like work it in. I went into bed to like unscrew the 2 screws, and they're fucking like stripped. They're like Allen fucking head bolts, but like the fucking factory like cranked them on. The dude that built my talon must have had a worn out Allen head fucking driver. And like I'm looking in the bed, they're all tweaked. Every one of them has got fucking, it's like rotated in. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like my hardware stripped. Like I don't know how. I'd probably have to like cut a groove and put a regular screwdriver there and try to get that shit out, because it's like it ain't coming out. Like. The one, I'm like, I'll try. I walk away, got the right size, put it in there. Nah, 0. Ain't coming out. It just spun. What the fuck? Like, that's a little disappointing, Honda. Like your roll cage welds are absolute fucking garbage. Trash. Embarrassing. Like, I'm thinking about calling Honda and be like, what the fuck is up with this shit? And now the strip bolts, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'll strip my own bolts. That's okay. But these should come unstripped. I bought pre-stripped bolts. Like, what the fuck is going on? So I had to work the shield installed. Like I had to cut with an angle grinder, with this much room to my roll cage. Oops, just fuck my roll cage. Yeah, I'm very happy about that at all. Like to the point, like I don't know if a normal person could do that, because like I'm not normal and I did it. But it was like, holy shit, nerves of steel guy. Like, and like in all the instructional videos, it's like, this heat shield. And I'm not even making this. We removed it for convenience to show you how to do this. Bullshit. You didn't remove that for convenience. You removed it because there's no fucking way to do it otherwise, unless you're like a superhuman. Like, I had to get a Dremel out with little cutoff wheels. I'm up in there. I had to put a fucking full shield on, and the shit starts hitting me in the face. Like, my ear got filled with, like, rocks and shit. Like, whatever, I got it done. My gap bigger than I would have done it. I would have done it, you know. I would have done it so the gaps would have cleared by, like, had an 1/8 inch clearance, but, like, I mean, what the instructions should say is, like, if you want to just do it so it works, do it this way. But if you want to do it so it looks like a fucking person who, like, you know, gives a shit did it. Yeah. So hopefully that giant extra heat shield missing isn't going to be like, oh, yeah, no, yeah, you're going to need that heat shield there. Your shit's melted now. I'm like, whatever. Maybe you just don't look back there. Maybe that's the answer. Just don't look. Perfect. Problem solved. Just don't look where the heat shield is, and you'll never have a problem. Fuck out of here. Whatever. All right. That's enough of me to rant about shit. I'm gonna go fucking plastics off my fucking Talon. Put them fucking Nerf bars on, maybe. Peace. I'm out.